Hey there and welcome everyone to your June 2025 astrological forecast for all 12 signs. My name is Patricia Tate. I'm your astrologer. I specialize in traditional, Western, and evolutionary astrology. I want to thank you all for joining, showing up here. If you are new here and you'd like to find more about my offerings, you can visit willowgracemystic.com. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and for sharing your journey with me. So the month of June, it is widely considered one of the best months of the year to really take action and move forward with clarity. If you've been waiting for all of the planets to finally align to make these bold strides, this is going to be your time. The cosmic universe is like buzzing with momentum and insight. It's offering this rare window of smooth skies and solid ground for this long-term planning. We have just stepped out of the eclipse season, where this marked the end of the Aries Libra eclipse cycle, which was a dynamic 2-year chapter that was centered upon our identity, relationships, personal versus power. And at the same time, we now have entered into the deeper Virgo Pisces axis, this eclipse cycle that's going to continue until 2027. Right now, we are at the quiet, the pause that's in between the eclipses. This is a time for internalizing and integration. Whatever major life changes or realizations or endings that came to light for you over the past few months, they're now ready to be processed, taken within, and absorbed. Think of this as an energetic settling. The dust is now beginning to clear, and you are being asked to adapt to what is your new normal. Meanwhile, the sky is literally abuzz with Gemini energy. We have the sun, we have Mercury, we have Jupiter, all in the air sign of Gemini. The first half of the month, it feels very fast, it feels social and mobile, and our minds are going off in all these different directions. It's intellectually charged. This is going to be a fantastic time for you to network, to brainstorm, to write, to speak, to travel. Even if it's long distance or short distance, it's about you connecting with others in order to gather new information. You might feel like your calendar is bursting. There's conversations, there's plans, there's errands, there's spontaneous road trips. All of these topics are Gemini related. These are key themes that are around movement and expression. So let your mind wander. Let your words flow. Let curiosity lead you to fresh new opportunities. And then mid-month, we're going to feel this powerful shift as the energy begins to soften. And then we are turning inward. The sun and Jupiter and Mercury, they're all going to move into the watery sign of Cancer. This is going to be a period where the topics are going to be highlighting themes of home and family and housing and security. It's about not just financial security, it's also going to include emotional security. All of that external busyness that we felt earlier in the month, it's now going to begin to channel for you to do the inner work. You might feel called to nurture your loved ones, or tend to family or home life matters, or finally make your space feel like a true sanctuary. This is going to be an ideal time for buying or selling a home, or moving or redecorating, or reconnecting with family members. My favorite transit of this month is about Jupiter. Jupiter, remember, is the planet of growth, expansion, and blessings. And when it enters into the sign of Cancer, it's going to kick off this year-long cycle that's going to be focused on feeling nourished and emotional abundance and home-centered evolution for everyone. The shift is really going to amplify all things that are Cancerian, creating comfort, deepening of family bonds, anchoring into places and people who feel like home, who make us feel safe and secure. And over the next year, you're going to be invited to expand through care, through belonging, and it's through truly honoring what are your emotional needs. And at the same time, we're going to have Saturn and Neptune and Venus. They are still moving through the sign of Aries. Aries, remember, is fiery, it's intense, it's about initiating. And so this is adding beauty and desire to, it's a call for courageous action. These placements, they kind of remind us that sometimes creating a dream of Neptune or committing to structure of Saturn themes requires boldness, the risk-taking and the leadership that comes with Aries energy, whether it's asserting your boundaries or going after what you really want. There's this quiet fire that is beneath the surface that's urging you to not pause and hesitate, to go after and initiate. June is not just this month to get things done. It is a month of learning to trust yourself again. After the shakeups of all of the eclipses and the uncertainty of early 2025, there's this palpable shift towards hope and motion and clarity. Use this energy to truly lay the groundwork for what you want to build, not just in your external world, but in your inner foundations as well. This is a month of aligned action, of heartfelt connections with others and meaningful growth. It's about you moving towards growing, changing, and evolving in trusting where the universe is sending you. So I want to share important transit dates that you're going to want to mark on your calendar. And so let's start off with June 4th. June 4th, Venus is in Aries, and it's going to be in a harmonious aspect with Jupiter in Gemini. So think of this as magnetism, and it meets momentum. This is flirty, it's fortunate, it's about lighting up love, money, our social interactions. It's you saying yes to spontaneity, whether it's a bold new romance or an inspired creative pitch or a lucky break in business. It's enthusiasm and charm that can now open doors. The next date is June 8th. This is where Mercury is going to be conjunct with Jupiter in Gemini. A conjunction is when they merge their planetary energies together. And so think of it as your words can carry farther. Words have wings. This is a beautiful transit for launching new ideas, writing, teaching, public speaking. Your thoughts can expand. Your curiosity is like on fire and fueled. Messages, they land with others with impact. This is a great time to say yes to contracts and trips and conversations that truly stretch your mind. And then June 9th, Jupiter is now going to move into the sign of Cancer for the next year. I absolutely love this. This is a new year of heart-centered growth that can begin for you. Jupiter brings blessings to all themes that are Cancer related. So home, family, nourishment, emotional safety, emotional security, rootedness. So over the next 12 months, expansion happens when you focus on what feels like home for you in your mind, your body, your spirit, and in your relationships and partnerships. Then on June 10th, Mars in Leo is going to be in a harmonious aspect with Chiron in Aries. I love this because it's healing through boldness. This transit brings us the courage in order to face old pains and in order to transform it into a form of strength. It's a beautiful moment for personal empowerment, of taking risks, of stepping into a new role that honors your past and then offers you an opportunity to reclaim your confidence. Next, on June 15th, Jupiter is going to be in Cancer, and it's going to be in a difficult square with Saturn in Aries. This is about where dreams meet are reality checks. You're going to meet the friction between your vision for emotional fulfillment and the responsibilities or the limitations that are standing in the way. Remember, squares are tension points that ask us to change or pivot. It's not about giving up. It's about slowing down. It's forcing us to build with care. Lasting growth, it now comes from maturity and patience and our focused effort. Then on June 15th, Mars in Leo is going to square Uranus in Taurus. Again, another a transit, a square that's asking us to slow down and pause, to make a decision. It's about expecting the unexpected. This is a volatile transit that can truly stir restlessness, impulsivity, sudden disruptions. It's especially that involves our own ego. It's Leo. It's Mars in Leo. It's about money and control. I'm encouraging you to channel this energy into creative change instead of reactive chaos. Flexibility is going to be a superpower for you. As we look at June 18th, this is when Jupiter in Cancer is going to be squaring Neptune in Aries. Another opportunity to stop, slow down, pause, and look at the decisions that we're making. The topic or the theme is about faith or fantasy. This is a hazy transit. Remember, Neptune is blurry, it's foggy, it's unclear. And so this hazy transit, it can really blur the emotional boundaries and inflate our expectations. So look to stay grounded in your truth and avoid escapism. This is going to be an ideal time for you to do dream work and focus on your imagination, but delay major decisions until the clarity can return. Then on June 22nd, we're going to have Mars in the sign of Virgo in a harmonious aspect with Jupiter in Cancer. I love this because it's taking an aligned action or movement forward with grounded Virgo precision and the Cancerian compassion. This transit is supporting you starting these meaningful projects that are related to home or healing or acts of service. What you begin now can truly grow into something that's truly sustainable, that involves heart and care. On June 24th, the Sun is going to conjunct with Jupiter in Cancer. Remember, a conjunction is when they merge their energy together. This is emotional radiance. This is the highlight of this month. It's a wave of abundance, generosity, heartfelt expansion, something that's centered around home, family, your own personal growth. Shine from the center. This is going to be a powerful time for you to manifest emotional fulfillment. We also have Mercury in Cancer, and it's going to square Chiron in Aries on the same day, just a little bit later. And this will be a harder aspect. This involves tender truths, sensitive conversations. They can bring up these old wounds or defensiveness. Look to speak with compassion, especially around family or personal or private topics or matters. This can be a breakthrough moment for emotional healing if you are willing to listen and to be heard. On June 25th, we're going to have a new moon in Cancer. I absolutely love this. New moons are fresh starts, clean slates, new beginnings. And so this is an opportunity to plant seeds for belonging. This lunation is inviting you to set your intentions around home, family, safety, security, emotional nourishment. What do you want to grow that truly feels sacred and rooted and sustaining? This is a beautiful time for renewal and a reconnection. On June 27th, we're going to have Mercury in Leo in this harmonious aspect, a trine to Saturn in Aries. I love this because its structure can meet up with inspiration. Ground your boldest ideas with discipline and strategy. This is going to be a great day that you're going to want to commit to a creative project, make a business plan, speak with authority. There can be long-term success that is built on confident and clear thinking during this transit. Then on June 28th, Mercury in Leo is going to be in a harmonious aspect with Neptune in Aries. I love this because this is a visionary communication. Neptune is working harmoniously with what we want to build and grow. So it's expressing yourself from heart with this poetic flair and the spiritual resonance. This is a magical day for storytelling, for intuitive downloads and dreams, artistic inspiration. Share what moves you. You never know who needs to hear your words. And then on June 29th, Mercury in Leo is going to oppose Pluto in Aquarius. An opposition is literally where one opposes the other. And so this is about powerful words and powerful silence. Conversations, they might intensify with themes of control, manipulation, revelation. Guard your mental space and use your voice cautiously and wisely. This is going to be a chance for you to transform the narrative, to speak truth into power, and to release any thought, like toxic thought patterns. So let's talk about offerings this month. For a private consultation, you can visit willowgracemystic.com. For working with the moon, definitely check out my moon manifestation guide. There's a link down below. You can also sign up for my newsletter, find out about specials, early releases, all things that are happening. If you're interested in a community with like-minded individuals where we learn, share, grow, check out my Patreon. I do offer a 1-week free trial membership, and I am offering a special for all Gemini. Celebrate your birthday with a personalized solar return chart using the code Gemini10 at checkout. Additionally, I offer live astrology consultations right here every other Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can get a place in the queue down below. So I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you to help you navigate your unique journey. So let's dive in. So for my Aries sun, moon, and rising, June of 2025 is going to be this very fiery energy shift from the fiery intensity of the recent eclipses into a more structured and expansive phase. You are emerging from the eclipses from you versus other Aries and Libra into a new chapter that's impacting your sense of self and relationships with your own personal power. And with this chapter now closing, you're now entering into a more quieter and but equally transformative period as the Virgo Pisces axis now takes center stage within your life. This is a time for you to integrate all the lessons that you have worked on, that you have learned, and find your footing within this new reality. The first part of the month, we have early June. Think of it as bold beginnings and intellectual spark. The month kicks off with, we have the Sun and Mercury all in the sign of Gemini, lighting up your third house of communication, learning, local connections. This is a time for a lot of mental expansion for you, brainstorming, networking. This could include sharing of ideas, classes, workshops, neighbors, siblings, cousins. You might find yourself in constant motion, busy with phone calls, emails, social events, spontaneous trips. This is a really fantastic period for you to express yourself, for you to build your online presence, and to start possibly a writing project, or to get your words out there. You have the ability to inspire others with your words, and your curious mind, it can really help lead you to these fresh ideas or these opportunities that include exciting collaborations. I want to look at, we're going to have Venus in Aries, and it's going to be in a harmonious aspect with Jupiter in the sign of Gemini. So for you on June 4th, this is about your words having charm, your ideas having wings, saying yes to these new connections with these bold conversations, because it's about you and the way that you talk. The next transit is on June 8th. That's when we're going to talk about Mercury conjunct Jupiter. These two will now merge their energy together. So it's a beautiful, stellar moment for launching projects, for sharing insights, for teaching others. Your voice is going to have a lot of influence now. As we move to mid-June, we're now going to have the focus move to more home and roots. We're going to have Jupiter now moving into the sign of Cancer. And so I absolutely love this because now the focus is going to shift from the way that you're talking to home and family and roots. As the month moves forward, your energy is going to turn more inward. You're going to have the Sun and Mercury and Jupiter all enter into your house of home and family and your emotional foundations. It's going to be this powerful period of creating a sanctuary that is connecting deeply with loved ones or making a significant impact or changes to your living space. There are family dynamics that can come into focus. You might feel this deep desire to nurture those people that are closest to you. If you've been considering moving or home renovation or reconnecting with family members, this is going to be the time. So key dates include June 9th, Jupiter entering into this area, which starts this 1 year long cycle that's going to emphasize emotional abundance, family growth, creating and nurturing this home environment. And then as we move forward to the 15th, we're then going to have Jupiter in Cancer, and it's going to square with Saturn in Aries. This will be topics that revolve around you and home. And so it's balancing your emotional needs with your own personal responsibility, because growth, it requires patience and careful planning. And these two together are pushing for that. As we look to move towards late June, I want to move to the 24th. So we're now going to have the themes move to courage and transformation, because now we're going to have Saturn, Neptune, and Venus all continuing their journey. We have Saturn and Neptune moving through your first house of identity, and it's going to be a period that's really going to encourage you to step up and to set powerful, clear boundaries and intentions and goals, and to move boldly towards those goals. It's going to be a time that you're going to want to commit to your dreams, to trust your instincts, to embrace your own authentic self without hesitation. There's this fire within you that's reigniting, and your actions are now going to take the center stage in order to create a lasting success. So the first, we have June 24th, we're going to have the Sun conjunct Jupiter. Let me go back to that one. I want to include that. So on this day, the Sun and Jupiter at the bottom of your chart are shining brightly on what you need for a foundation. You letting your light shine through your connections, through personal projects. And then on the 27th, we're going to have Mercury in Leo in a harmonious aspect with Saturn and Aries. So we're still connecting self with what you speaking your truth. The fifth house is fun and joy and play and creativity, things that are important for you. So it's speaking your truth with confidence and clarity. And so it'll be a day of decisive action and meaningful commitments. As we move to the very next day, we're going to have Mercury in Leo trine with Neptune in Aries. And so these two are just 1 day apart, and this is you trusting your intuition and letting your words literally carry the depth of what is your vision. For the mantra for June, I'm looking at this as I am bold, I am brave, and I am becoming. I honor my roots, I trust my voice, and I'm going to move with purpose. So Aries, thank you so much for being here and for sharing your journey with me. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and to continue to support my channel, thank you so much. It is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Taurus friends, June of 2025 is going to be a month of this profound self-discovery for you. And it's a quiet transformation that's going to go within you. As you step out of this intense Aries season of Aries Libra eclipse, you're entering into a period of how can I integrate? How can I recalibrate? The recent cycle most likely brought these shifts to your spiritual life, and your physical health is now going to be under the focus of your day-to-day routines. With the dust now settling, you can now have a chance to absorb and to make the changes in order to find a new rhythm to your day-to-day life. So I want to start off with the early part of the month. So I've broken June into 3 sections: early, mid, and late. And so early June revolves around financial growth, new ideas for you. You have the Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter all in your second house of income, self-worth, cash, property, your own personal resources. Having the Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter here, it's having this remarkable opportunity to rethink your financial strategies, to grow your income streams, to align your values with your own material goals. This is going to be a fantastic time for you to negotiate deals, for you to launch side projects, to explore new ways of how can you earn and manage money. Your voice is going to hold power, and you might be finding that you speaking up or sharing your ideas can directly lead to forms of financial growth. So I want to talk about June 4th first. So on June 4th, we're going to have Venus in Aries, Venus being in your 12th house, and she's in a harmonious aspect with Jupiter. So the energy is about financial opportunities that arise through these connections with other people, saying yes to collaborations that can inspire growth. Having Venus in your 12th house gives you the dreams, the intuition, the gut feeling to know where do I go, what do I do, and how can I expand and explore. As we look to June 8th, June 8th brings us Mercury conjunct Jupiter. Now, this is a huge energy focusing on the way that you communicate. It's about expanding the way that you say things, financial insights, breakthroughs, your ideas, they're all right here. Jupiter wants to expand all of these things for you. So trust your instincts during these, if anything that has to do with your own mental, physical, emotional, financial resources and your health and your well-being. As we move to mid-June, this is a deepening of connections. I want to take a look at June 9th because we're now going to have Jupiter enter into the sign of Cancer. And so as we look towards these planets are now going to be moving into the watery, sensitive sign of Cancer. We have the Sun is going to come here and Jupiter is going to be here. This is illuminating all the ways in which you do communicate, learning, your local connections, neighbors, siblings, cousins. It's a time for these heartfelt connections that involves meaningful dialogue, deepening of bonds with these people that you converse with or connect with, neighbors and cousins or close friends. Maybe you feeling called to share your story or to reconnect with old acquaintances or to possibly learn something that can broaden your perspective. It's really going to be an ideal time for short trips or for writing projects or starting a podcast or a blog, somewhere that you can express your own unique voice. On June 9th, when Jupiter moves into this area, this is going to start a year-long journey that's going to be focusing on nurturing your mind, you sharing your thoughts, and building these supportive networks. As we move to June 15th, we're now going to have Jupiter still the focus. But Jupiter is going to be in the sign of Cancer still, and it's going to be in a square with Saturn and Aries. And so this is a it's a tension point of how do I balance my desire for meaningful connections with the need for personal boundaries. Look to be patient with you growing, and your boundaries can be both physical and emotional at this time. As we move towards the latter end of the month, I want to talk about the theme now shifts to personal power and quiet strength. We're going to have, as the month comes to a close, moving towards June 24th, we're going to have the Sun conjunct Jupiter. And so we have your own inner world and your own spiritual health with Saturn and Neptune in your 12th house in this square that's saying, I need to be able to speak my truth. The Saturn and Neptune in your 12th house is really highlighting the need or the desire for rest, reflection, of hidden strengths. It's the house of where we go to be alone, to deal with the things that are going on in the outside world. It's going to be a powerful period for you for letting go of old fears, releasing self-doubt, embracing more of a spiritual approach to life. You might find that your dreams are more vivid, your intuition is going to be sharper and spot on, and your need for solitude is going to be greater. Take this time as a time and space for recharge, reflect, realign with your deeper purpose. So starting off with June 24th, having the Sun conjunct with Jupiter in the sign of Cancer is, I need to be able to speak my truth. I need to be able to connect with those people who truly understand me. Emotional support can flow easily, knowing that you're also working on healthy boundaries. And what does that look like? So as we look at June 27th, and I want to then include June 28th, we have Mercury moving into the sign of Leo. It's at the bottom of your chart, your home, your family, your foundation. It's in an aspect with first Saturn and then Neptune. On the 27th, it's going to be in a harmonious aspect with Saturn. Saturn has the rings around it, the foundation of what do I want to say? How do I say it? How do I communicate? I need to be able to ground my ideas, and I need to be able to speak with authority. This could be healthy boundaries, not just within, like, literal with foundation of home, but in our words that we use, emotional boundaries, psychic boundaries. This is a really great day to be honest and have these heartfelt conversations with family, because they will be more receptive to hearing about how we have interpreted things. The next day, on June 28th, Mercury is then going to be in a harmonious aspect with Neptune. This is trusting your own inner voice. It's a moment of deep and intuitive insight and compassionate communication, a connection to dreams, intuition, psychic ability, to the Akashic records, to anything that is spiritual in nature, not of this world. So a mantra for June can be, I am grounded, I am growing, and I am guided. I honor my roots, and I embrace my voice, and I trust my path moving forward. So Taurus, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Gemini friends, June 2025 is going to be this dynamic month for you. The spotlight is literally turning its eye completely on you. You have the Sun and Mercury, your chart ruler, and Jupiter, all in your first house of who you are. This is about your identity, your personal power. When you start off the month, it's moving through an area of your life that's heightening your visibility, your confidence, your personal growth. This is a time to truly put yourself out there, to share your ideas, to embrace these opportunities that all are going to be coming your way. You are the one who is setting the tone, and your energy is magnetic. The first part of the month is perfect for launching new projects, taking these calculated risks. It's about letting your personality shine, letting people see who you are. You might find that your thoughts are going to be sharper, your words are more impactful, that your ideas are more influential. This is going to be a fantastic period for public speaking for you, teaching, network, creative writing, blog. If you've been waiting for a moment to share your message or to make a bold move, this is going to be the time. Remember, I always say that the first house revolves around your business card or your website. It's what you are presenting or sharing with the world. So the first date that I want to bring your attention to is going to be June 4th. We're going to have Venus in Aries, and Venus is going to be in a harmonious aspect with Jupiter. I love this because Venus is in an area of your life that has to do with your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, and who do you collaborate with. So it's your charm, the way that you talk, share. It's at an all-time high. This is about connecting and flirting and sharing your ideas. You never know who you're talking to and where the information it might connect you or where it might lead. Then as we move to June 8th, we look towards Mercury, your chart ruler, now conjunct with Jupiter. I love this because it is expanding everything that you want to say. Your mind is literally on fire. Use this momentum to learn, to teach, to communicate with clarity and impact. It's in your first house of identity, so we know that it's something that you want to do and get that out there. As the month moves forward, I want to talk about June 9th because now we're going to have the themes are now going to shift to anchoring into your worth, your financial growth. What do you need for security? You're going to have slowly Sun and Jupiter and Mercury. All of these are going to be now moving in towards your second house. As they do this, the themes revolve around topics of cash and property, talents, and skill set. The first is going to be with June 9th. When Jupiter moves into this area of your life, you're going to feel more emotionally connected to work, wanting to seek purpose or meaning in your day-to-day life. It'll be an ideal time for you to truly focus on what matters to you, aligning your financial choices with your long-term values and goals. This is going to be a year-long focus with Jupiter being here, emphasizing what you're working towards for your financial growth, your emotional security, and deepening of your own self-worth. As we move towards June 15th, we're now going to have Jupiter in Cancer, and it's going to be squaring Saturn in Aries. Now, squares always give us a tension point in order to move forward, in order to change so we can move forward with growth. And so Jupiter in Cancer is wanting to focus on your own personal ambitions, but Saturn brings these rings around it. It brings limitations. And so its financial ambitions now meet reality checks with where are your goals? What do you want to do? It requires patience and perseverance in order for you to grow. It's about paying attention to slow, steady growth, because that is what's going to pay off for now. As we move to late June, the theme now switches to courageous connections and personal empowerment. I want to share about the Sun conjunct Jupiter, again, in your second house. So themes revolving around the month wrapping up. You might feel this urge of a desire to assert yourself and to have this courage, confidence in your social circles, your networks, because you have Saturn and Neptune here, and they are inching closer together. You have these two planets in the sign of Aries, and it's connecting friendships and tribes and your long-term goals, the people that you want to align yourself with in order to get where you personally want to go, and also to be involved or part of something that is bigger than you. This will be a time for you to push the boundaries of what's truly possible within your community, and knowing that you have the power to lead and inspire and to create meaningful change. So the first date is June 24th, where the sun is conjunct Jupiter. So shining your financial pursuits and embracing your own self-worth, because your efforts are now going to be noticed. It really, having the sun conjunct Jupiter here, expands the spotlight on everything that has to do with cash, property, skill set, talents, self-worth, where you invest, who you invest in. As we move towards the 27th and the 28th, we're going to have two things happen simultaneously. We're going to have Mercury, your chart ruler, always important for you to be following where it goes and what it does. It is going to be in a harmonious aspect, like the two planets are talking. First is going to be on the 27th. Mercury is going to be communicating with Saturn. Saturn has limitations and it has boundaries, and it's about patience. And so it's speaking with conviction. Your words are going to inspire change in order to build these lasting connections with where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Followed by the next day on the 28th, Mercury is then going to be trining with Neptune in the sign of Aries. So now having your dream, your vision for the future, now being more in a focus to move forward with, like clearly being able to see things and being able to speak them into reality. I'm looking at a mantra for June as I am limitless. I am learning and I am leading. I trust my voice. I honor my worth, and I'm going to shine my light. So Gemini, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who subscribe and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you are looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this month is going to be deeply transformative for you. The focus is going to shift from deeply quiet, reflective 12th house themes into moving towards your first house, energy, vibrancy. I always say the first house is like your business card, it's your website. This is a period of personal growth, of emotional renewal for you, of powerful reconnection with your authentic self. With the recent Aries, Libra, and eclipse cycle, you might have found these themes of career and your public life and your personal identity were all at the forefront. And so now the universe is asking you to step into your power, for you to embrace your own unique path. And where is that going to lead you? So the beginning part of the month, early June, is quiet reflection. It's spiritual growth with Sun, Mercury, Jupiter, all here hanging out, focusing on solitude, focusing on dreams, focusing on healing, renewing karmic debts. It's a connection to the spiritual realm. It's solitude of where you are having to take care of your mental, physical, spiritual health and well-being. This will be a beautiful, powerful time for you to let go, to release old patterns, to reconnect with your own inner world. You might feel drawn to some spiritual practices, needing deep rest, quiet reflection. Your intuition is spot on. It's sharp. Your dreams, they're particularly vivid at this time. They're sending you messages, offering you insights into your own subconscious mind. Take time to journal, meditate, yoga, anything that can reconnect you with your own deeper self. I want to start with June 4th. And so we're going to have Venus in Aries, and it's going to be in a harmonious aspect with Jupiter. And so we have Venus hanging out at the top of your chart, your career, your job, legacy, reputation, and it's offering these creative inspiration and spiritual breakthroughs, these aha moments. They are right there within reach. It's a pause for you to listen to the inner voice. As we move forward to the 8th, June 8th, we're now going to have Mercury conjunct Jupiter. I absolutely love this. This is a powerful insight that is pushing you to receive the messages from beyond. It could bring you a new talent, gift, or like where you have dream work or intuition, psychic ability. It's that, aha, I get it. There can be powerful insights that emerge that when you're ready to come out of solitude, that you'll be able to use this time for deep reflection and spiritual growth in order to understand all of the things that you've been through and say, this is where I'm going with it. This is what I'm supposed to use it for. This is what it means, and this is where I'm going. Now, as we move towards the middle of the month is more of a rebirth and a personal power. We're going to have, first on the 9th, we're going to have Jupiter now move into the sign of Cancer. Hallelujah for that. It's going to bring you a much needed respite. You're going to have the Sun and Jupiter and Mercury. Everything is moving into your first house of identity. It will bring about your own personal power. It's saying, I have been the phoenix. I have been to the depths, and I am rising from the ashes. This is going to mark this beautiful, powerful rebirth for you, a time where you can step into the world with renewed confidence, strength, and self-assurance. It'll be a powerful personal empowerment time for you where you can redefine who you are and how you present yourself to the world. Your energy is going to be magnetic, and your present is going to be deeply felt by those people that are around you. Embrace this moment of this personal growth and shine your own authentic power. Starting, again with June 9th. This is going to be a year-long journey of personal expansion, emotional growth, and self-discovery. This is where it begins. This is your moment to shine. I absolutely love this. As we move towards June 15th, we're now going to have Jupiter in Cancer, and it will then square with Saturn in Aries. Now, a square is a 90-degree angle. It's a tense point. It's a time where the universe says, I want you to do this, but let's look at the reality of things. And so having this square, it's how do I balance my own personal growth with my own professional responsibilities? So look to this time as you staying focused and trusting your path in front of you, knowing that it's slow and steady steps in order to move forward. As we move towards late June, the first date that I want to bring up is June 24th. So the theme is now going to shift towards financial focus, grounded growth, and how do you manifest that? As the month moves on, you're going to have Saturn and Neptune hanging out at the top of your chart, your career, your job, your reputation, and it's continually influencing all of the ways that you shine for other people, your legacy, your long-term goals, your professional life, your public life. It's how other people see you, and it's how you show up every single day. It's going to be a powerful time for you to truly set those long-term goals in order to build what you want for either a career or to balance out the responsibilities that are within your life. How do I balance out my home and my career? The legacy that I want to leave behind. You taking these bold steps into a new area. Your hard work and determination, it's really going to lead to lasting success for you. You have to balance personal growth with your professional responsibilities because you have gone through so much. And so on the first date, you're going to have the Sun conjunct Jupiter. I love this because this is you shining, everybody seeing. This is this aha moment when you have the great benevolent Jupiter combining with you, your mind, your body, your spirit. This is shining brightly on your own personal endeavors, embracing your true self, mind, body, and spirit, feeling it, knowing it. As we move towards the 27th and the 28th, we're now going to have Mercury. So let's talk about Mercury as thoughts, ideas, communication. Mercury is going to move into your money, cash, property, skill set, talents. It's what do I need in order to feel secure? Your values, your opinions. Mercury is going to be in a harmonious aspect with Saturn and Neptune at the top of your chart. The first is going to happen on June 27th, where Mercury is going to be in a harmonious aspect with Saturn. I love this because it's how can I speak with authority? How can I share what I want to do? It's know your value, know your worth. It's your voice is going to carry weight within your career and within your public life as an authority figure, to be known as that authority figure. And then on the very next day, June 28th, Mercury is going to be in a harmonious aspect with Neptune. Now, Neptune is foggy, it's dreamy, it's spiritual, and so it's trusting your intuition and in your professional matters and being able to speak clearly on that, because your insights are guiding you towards this meaningful success. It's speaking with authority about where you want to go and what you want to do and following your intuition, because that never leads you astray. I'm looking at a mantra for June as I am rising, I am radiant, and I am renewed. I honor my path, I trust my heart, and I shine with light. So Cancer, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much. It is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Leo Sun and Rising, the month of June is going to be this expansive month for you that shines a spotlight on your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, your networks. Who do you align with? How do you align? How do you navigate that? What does that look like? This is going to be a time of connection and collaboration and truly visionary thinking as you step into more of an influential role within your community, within your networks. With all of the recent Aries, Libra eclipse cycle, you may feel a renewed sense of purpose and clarity around your own personal and professional goals of where do you want to go? What do you want to do? How do you manifest this? How do you make these things happen? The Aries and Libra axis of your chart was really pushing for finding your voice and understanding the difference between who you are and other people, how you show up with them and how they show up with you. Now moving into more Virgo and Pisces, that the focus is going to be on your self-worth, nurturing and caring for yourself and knowing where do you start and where do they begin. And so let's talk about early June. I broke the month into three sections. And so early June is going to be social expansion for you, community growth. The month is going to open up with Sun, Mercury, Jupiter, all energizing thoughts, ideas, community involvement, long-term aspirations. What do you want to do? This is going to be a beautiful time for you to expand your connections or your networks or aligning yourself with people who share the same vision as you do, and aligning your networks. It's building those connections. You might find that what you are sharing is now going to be well received because your influence is growing. Your voice is reaching a larger audience. This is going to be a perfect time for you to launch group projects, to join organizations, clubs, take a leadership role within these organizations. I want to start off with the first date being June 4th. So on June 4th, we're going to have Venus in Aries, and she is going to be in a harmonious aspect with Jupiter. So Venus wants to initiate in the sign of Aries. She wants to bring people, places, and things together. And so this is with alliances. This is about friendships. These are connections that now would be a good time to say yes to any of these networking opportunities. As we move to June 8th, we're then going to have Mercury conjunct Jupiter. Now, I absolutely love this because Mercury, thoughts, ideas, communication, travel, the power of words, and Jupiter being the way that you are using them and wanting to expand them. Mercury conjunct Jupiter here is you sharing your vision, sharing your thoughts, sharing your ideas, you leading the conversation, you inspiring other people with your ideas and getting your voice out there in the right groups, in the right networks. I'm super excited about this for you. As we look towards the mid part of June, the themes now switch towards inner growth and deeper spiritual meaning. We're now going to have, I'm going to look at June 9th first. Jupiter is now going to enter into the sign of Cancer. And if you notice, we're now going to have several planets, all of them that were working with you, connecting with others, they're now going to move into your 12th house. So the themes become mid-month of focus turning inward towards your house of rest and reflection and spiritual growth. It's a knowing. This is a powerful time for healing, letting go of past wounds, reconnecting with your own deeper self. You might feel the need for solitude, quiet reflection, a spiritual retreat. It's connecting of the mind, body, and spirit. So pay attention to your dreams at this time because they're really going to hold these profound reflection messages. It's about connecting to your spiritual mind and being able to understand and decipher the messages that you are receiving. Use this time to release the old fears and clear the emotional baggage as you are preparing for your own personal rebirth next month. So on June 9th, when Jupiter does move into your 12th house, think of this as this 1 year long-term journey of inner healing and of personal reflection, a time where I'm going to make my mental, physical, spiritual health and well-being a priority so that I can heal and renew and releasing any karmic ties. As we move to June 15th, we're now going to have Jupiter in Cancer, and it's going to be squaring Saturn in Aries. Now, squares are always hard aspects. With this, this is a tense point in order to push for change. It's a challenge. And so having Saturn has limitations. It's time. It's the father of. And so this square is saying, how do I balance my own personal ambitions with my deep spiritual needs? The having Saturn in Aries is the idea of study or travel or connecting with cross-cultural experiences, people, places, and things. And it's a time for you to stay grounded in the here and now as you learn, grow, change, and evolve. So then the third part of the month, the late part of June, the theme then transfers over into personal power, bold self-expression. I want to move this to June 24th. So on June 24th, we're going to have the Sun conjunct Jupiter. Now, powerful, huge, because the month is trying to close out with Neptune and Saturn in your 9th house, bringing this energy together here, saying, I need to focus on adventure and higher learning and spiritual exploration. And how do I expand my horizons through studying and planning this long distance travel, a wanting to connect with foreign people, places, and things. You might feel this deep desire to explore new philosophies, new beliefs, challenging your old beliefs. This is about pushing your boundaries of what you thought was even possible, these aha moments. This is going to be your time to redefine your own worldview and to step into more of an authentic version of yourself. And so starting off with June 24th, the sun is going to conjunct with Jupiter. This is shining a light on you on the inside, embracing your spiritual path, how it has changed, how it has evolved, and trusting your own inner guidance that you are receiving from spirit guides, spirit animals, ancestors, the Akashic records, astral travel, astral projection, yoga, meditation. It's literally tuning in to hear what's going on and aligning your vibration with that. As we move towards June 27th, we're then going to have Mercury. It's going to be in a harmonious aspect, first with Saturn, and then on the next day, on the 28th, with Neptune. So Mercury, thoughts, ideas, communication, travel, but this is you on the inside through dreams and intuition and psychic ability. Mercury in Leo here is saying, I have to speak my truth. Remember that Mercury in your first house is all about you, the way that you communicate. I have to be able to stand confidently in what I say and what I believe. This will be a time that your words have power. Saturn gives you the power, the limitations of knowing what you are saying is true. The very next day, Mercury in your first house again is going to be in a harmonious aspect with Neptune, dreams, intuition, psychic ability in your ninth house. So this is, how do I let my intuition guide me? This is a powerful time for creative self-expression, intuitive insights, these downloads. All of this information for what you're going through this month is you tuning in to receive in order to share and connect with something greater than yourself. A mantra for this month can be, I am radiant, I am courageous, and I am limitless. I honor my truth, I trust my journey, and I'm going to shine my light. So Leo, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have liked and subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of a deeper, in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Virgo friends, this month is going to be a significant month for you that is shifting topics that revolve around your career, your job, your reputation, your legacy, the responsibilities. It's not always about work. It's about how you show up, what you'll be known for, how people see you. This will be a month of taking those bold steps into your professional life or building the legacy and aligning your actions with your long-term goals. Because we are finishing up the Aries Libra axis of what was mine, what was others, who do I invest in, the themes around personal power, financial stability, they all came into super sharp focus. And so now it's setting the stage for the Virgo Pisces axis of who are you and who are you with other people, your public life, the people that you are personally, it's personal and it's professional collaborations and connections. And so I want to talk about I broke the month into 3 sections. So the first part of the month is about career growth and your own personal influence. The month begins with Sun and Mercury, your chart ruler, and Jupiter all focused at the top of your chart. Remember that the 10th house is achievement, promotion, it's business related, it's personal ambition, it's honors, it's awards. And so having the focus here is about leadership and how you show up with balancing home and career. you might find yourself truly stepping into more of a visible role, or taking on more responsibilities or new responsibilities, or making influential connections within your field of study or expertise. Your communication skills are going to be sharp. Your ability to share your ideas with clarity and confidence is going to be opening up doors to new opportunities for you. I want to share the first date is June 4th. And on this, Venus in Aries is going to be in a harmonious aspect with Jupiter in Gemini. And so when we look to Venus, Venus is hanging out in your 8th house of the other, who you are connected with, the house of deep transformations. It's investments of people, places, and things. I love this in that this revolves around professional connections that can lead to significant growth and financial rewards to pay off for you later. You saying yes to these high profile opportunities, looking closely at who do I spend my time, my effort, my energy with, because those things are very valuable to you. You can't put a price tag on them. As we move to June 8th, we're now going to have Mercury conjunct Jupiter. Mercury being your chart ruler, so it's very important. And so we know this has to do with you and your career, your job, legacy, reputation. Your voice is now going to carry a lot of weight within professional circles or networks. People hearing you, people seeing you. Use this time to share your vision in order to expand your own influence to others. Then, as we move towards the middle of the month, the themes move from to community connections and how are you networking. You're going to have the Sun and Jupiter and Mercury all slowly shift into your 11th house. The 11th house is the house of friendships, social circles, neighbors. It is the house of where I focus on for my long-term goals. Who do I collaborate with? So it'll be a powerful time of building these meaningful connections with other people and aligning them with like-minded individuals. Truly finding your place within a supportive community. You might feel inspired to join new groups or to lead social groups or movements, clubs, organizations, or take a leadership role within a network. Your ideas are going to be magnetic, and your influence within your social circles and your social networks is going to be growing. So I want to first talk about June 9th. On June 9th, we're going to have Jupiter move into this area of your life. I love this because it's going to be a 1-year-long cycle of expanding all the people that you're going to be connected with, your community building, collaborative growth. This is where it begins. As we move then to June 15th, this is when we're going to have the first square. So we're going to have Jupiter in Cancer that's going to square with Saturn in Aries. Now, Saturn is the karmic teacher of the Zodiac. So Jupiter wants to expand and Saturn wants to contract. And so with this is taking your own personal goals within groups and responsibilities, and how do I balance them with what I want? Saturn says patience and perseverance is going to be the key for you here. It's a slow and steady and not immediate. And then I want to move on towards late June. The theme's then going to change to personal growth and spiritual expansion for you. As the month begins to wind down, you're going to have Saturn and Neptune. They're going to energize your 8th house of deep transformation, having those deep conversations, those taboo topics, people that you share resources with, people, places, and things that you are invested in. This is a powerful period for financial growth, emotional healing, personal transformation. You might find yourself drawn to deep, meaningful relationships that offer you profound spiritual connections or experiences that challenge your understanding of who you are and the world that's around you. I'm encouraging you to use this time to release your old fears. Look to embrace change and to align yourself with your deeper purpose. So I want to start with June 24th. On June 24th, we're going to have the Sun conjunct Jupiter. A big, huge moment for you where the Sun represents you, your core identity, what you want to do, and then Jupiter saying, let's expand, let's shine. So this is shining within your community and embracing your role as a visionary leader. It is you being seen and stepping up and creating harmony and peace and the happiness of, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to go. Connecting with your tribe or leading the tribe. Then the 27th. On the 27th, we're then going to have Mercury now moving into your 12th house. So when Mercury moves into your 12th house, it brings themes of dreams, intuition, psychic ability, tapping into what we know and feel before we speak or talk to anybody else. So Mercury here is first going to come into a harmonious aspect with Saturn on June 27th. So this is speaking with authority and leading with confidence and knowing that your words, they carry power and they carry influence. Sometimes people will say, "How do you know?" I just say that I know. I just know. I don't have to have an explanation for everything, and neither do you. You just know, and you should just say it. And then the very next day, on June 28th, Mercury is going to be in a harmonious aspect with Neptune. This is literally trusting your gut, trusting your intuition, embracing these spiritual insights, dreams, psychic ability, the finding a feather, finding a coin. Energy speaks louder than the words that the people are saying to you. And so this is a powerful moment for creative expression and knowing, you just knowing. So Virgo, a mantra for you for June can be, I am capable, I am connected, and I am courageous. I honor my path, I trust my voice, and I'm going to shine my light. So Virgo, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising, this is going to be a month of expansive growth, of adventure for you. Focus is going to be on Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter, all in your 9th house of higher learning and travel and spiritual exploration, of connecting with foreign people, places, and things, cross-cultural experiences. It's visas and passports. It's publishing and legal matters. I love this. Now, with the recent Aries, Libra axis of eclipses finally ending, of who am I and who are others hitting a very important area of your life, now starts the more deeper. This is going to be with the eclipses now moving into your 12th and your 6th. It's feeling a profound sense of clarity around your personal goals, your relationships, your long-term aspirations, embracing new perspectives, new horizons, aligning your actions with your deeper purpose, because it's moving into the hidden realm. The 12th house is your dreams of your own personal unconscious. And having the North Node move into Pisces is balancing home and career and having to nurture and care for my mind, my body, my spirit, and how do I show up and share with others. So I broke the month into 3 sections. So the beginning part of the month, we begin with Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter, all in the sign of Gemini, activating philosophy, higher learning, long distance travel, your connection to this. This is going to be a really powerful time for you to expand your mind, to explore new ideas. This could be taking a class, taking a workshop, teaching a class, teaching a workshop, traveling somewhere, connecting. You might feel this strong desire to break free from old limitations or to seek these new experiences, to broaden your understanding of what is the world? This is a beautiful time period for publishing, teaching, or sharing your insights, your thoughts with a wider audience. As we look to the beginning part of the month, I want to bring your attention to June 4th. We have Jupiter in Gemini making a harmonious aspect with Venus in Aries. I love this because it's about bold conversations. Remember, Venus wants to bring people, places, and things together. In your partnership sector, this is best friends, significant others, clients. This could be you connecting with other people and saying, I'm going to be adventurous in my conversations, these conversations that can lead to exciting new opportunities. Say yes to travel, to learning, and to exploring. The next date that I want to bring your attention to is June 8th, is therefore going to be conjunct with Jupiter. This is a beautiful energy of your ideas can now be expanded. Your ideas have power. Share your vision. Connect with like-minded people. Embrace this journey. It's taking what you see and know and sharing all of your knowledge with other people. I absolutely am excited about this transit for you. Now, as we move to mid-month, think of this as career growth and public influence, because you're going to have Jupiter, Mercury, and the Sun all shift into your 10th house of career. And so the focus becomes on your reputation, balancing home and career, your public life. This is going to be a time for professional growth, leadership, long-term planning. You might feel this renewed sense of purpose within your work and a desire to leave this meaningful legacy behind for others. This is going to be a powerful period that you're going to want to take on new responsibilities or step into leadership roles and build your own professional reputation that reflects your true values. The first date that I want to bring your attention to is June 9th. I love this because Jupiter is now going to enter into your career sector for the next year. This is a year-long cycle of expansion, public influence. Your professional success is now going to begin with this transit. Super excited because it's a year of yeses, of bonuses. The next date I want to draw your attention to is June 15th. This is when the first square will come. So you're going to have Jupiter expanding all of these things for you, squaring off or having a tense aspect with Saturn in your partnership sector. Now, the 7th house, remember, revolves around business partners, significant others. It can be clients, it can be consultations, it can be open enemies and exes. A square is a tense point in order to push for a challenge, to push for change. And so how do you balance your professional ambitions with your relationship responsibilities? Look to stay grounded and focused during this transit. Then as we move towards late June, the themes revolve around personal deep connections and emotional growth. We're still focused on having Saturn and Neptune in your partnership sector, totally transforming this area. It's highlighting your relationships, your one-on-one connections with others, deepening these relationships, looking for you to set these healthy boundaries and to embrace your own emotional growth. And what does that look like? You might find that your closest, deepest connections are going to be going through more significant changes, asking you to step up, to be present, and to show up authentically and with courage. So the first date that I want to bring your attention to is going to be June 24th. On this date, we're going to have the Sun conjunct Jupiter. Still focused on you, top of your chart, career, job, legacy, reputation. The 10th house is about promotion. It's things that you want to achieve. It's not always career related, but it's your personal ambition. It's your public reputation. And so this is looking at you shining within your career and embracing your personal power. Your efforts are literally going to be recognized now. And then I want to draw your attention to two dates, June 27th and June 28th. So the first one that's going to happen is we're going to have Mercury now shifting into your 11th house of hopes, wishes, dreams, goals, and people that you collaborate and network with in a harmonious aspect with Saturn in your partnership sector. And so this is saying, I need to be able to speak with authority and I need to lead with confidence because your words are going to leave this lasting impact right now. So do it, say it, know it. The very next day on June 28th, Mercury is going to be in a harmonious aspect with Neptune. This is trusting your own intuition within your relationships, within your partnerships, within these connections. Deep, meaningful connections can now grow from you having these honest connections, these honest conversations. Libra, a mantra for you can be, I am open, I am expansive, and I am empowered. I honor my journey, I trust my voice, and I'm going to shine my light. So Libra, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Scorpio sun, moon, and rising, the month of June is going to be a month of deep transformation and resiliency and powerful growth for you. The universe is really focusing on your 8th house of where you are connected with other people. It's intimacy, it's shared resources, it's personal transformation. How do I heal? How do I renew from this? So you're starting off the month with that. Now we're closing off the Aries Libra axis of 6th house and 12th house for you, of finding a balance, making sure that you're nurturing and caring for yourself. The eclipses are therefore moving into your 5th house of fun and joy and pleasure, and the 11th house of who do I connect with? What are my goals? What are my hopes? What are my wishes, my dreams? Towards the end of the month, you're going to feel this renewed sense of clarity around your emotional foundations, your financial partnerships, and the deeper connections with people that you are making in life. This is going to be a time of truly letting go of what no longer serves you and embracing the change, you stepping into your own personal power. I broke the month into 3 separate sections. So with early June, financial growth and personal transformation are going to be the main themes because it opens with Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter here. And it energizes your house of joint finances, deep connections, of taboo topics. It's going to be a powerful time for emotional healing around your own personal resources of where you are invested, either with taxes or obligations or debts. The beginning is about you pushing past your fears and confronting them and turning them into power. This will be a time of, I have to let go of those patterns, those old patterns. That's not me anymore. And releasing what no longer serves you, transforming your life literally from the inside out, turning this into a form of resiliency, a form of strength. Now, the first date that I want to bring your attention to is on June 4th. We have Venus in Aries, and she is going to be in a harmonious aspect with Jupiter. Now, Venus wants to bring people, places, and things together. And Venus is in this area of your life of how do I balance my home and my career, and how do I show up for myself first? And so it's a powerful financial connection or deep emotional bonds with other people can now form because Venus wants to bring them into your life. It wants to help you to connect with these people. And so it's about saying yes to transformation, saying yes to relationships and these bold investments. Look it over and say, is this person, place, or thing worth investing in? This is your money, your time, your resources. As we move towards June 8th, we then look at Mercury conjunct Jupiter. Now, Mercury, thoughts, ideas, communication. Jupiter wants to expand everything. This is a time when your words are going to have, it's about power and control and making these powerful moves. Your words are going to have depth, they're going to have impact. Use this energy to have these conversations that possibly you've been avoiding, or to share your insights with others about your healing, your trauma of where you have been, and how you transformed from this. This is about the way that you talk and share your ideas with other people, and how do you heal from it, and what, instead of looking at it as a wound, it's power, and you stepping into the power, you owning it. As we move towards mid-June, the themes now change to, I want to expand my horizons. I need to seek out new perspectives, because we're now going to have the Sun and Mercury and Jupiter all move into your 9th house. And that's expanding your higher learning. It's cross-cultural experiences. It's visas, passports. It's foreign people, places, and things. So this will be a beautiful, powerful time for you to expand your mind, to explore new perspectives, to seek the deeper meaning in life. Could be to take a class, take a workshop, to teach a class, teach a workshop. You might feel this strong pull towards study, or to travel, or connecting with people from different cultures. This is going to be a fantastic period for publishing, teaching, or sharing your unique wisdom with a larger, wider audience. I want to start with June 9th first. And when Jupiter now is the first to move into your 9th house, Jupiter entering here starts a year-long journey of spiritual growth for you, because you have been working so much on healing and renewing. This is about philosophical exploration, personal expansion, all of the topics within you connecting to the outside world. And what does that mean? Jupiter expands everything. And this is about security and home and family and connection, a renewal of sorts. As we move towards June 15th, we're now going to bring the first square that comes from this. So Jupiter, yay, going into this area. And then square is a tense point. So Saturn is the planet of limitations, and Jupiter wants to expand. And Saturn says, we need to have a plan, and this is not always going to work, always growing, growing, growing. It's about balancing your desire for growth with your own need for discipline and structure. You staying focused on your goals, and how do you accomplish this? It's not here to stop you. It's Saturn comes in with a square in order to say, I want to bring this point to your attention so you can look at it and readjust and navigate forward better. Now, as we move towards late June, the themes now turn towards personal power, your professional ambition, because we are still talking about the themes of Saturn and Neptune. These two are still working on the area of your life of, I have to learn to take care of myself. I have to have really good habits. It's your mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, psychological health, well-being. Who do I seek out in order to support me with this? This could be a counselor, a mentor, a guide. And how do I show up and share it with other people? If I don't take care of myself first, I become a slave to whatever I'm doing. And so it's about your daily work, your health, your service. This is a powerful period that you are going to be focusing on your health routines, setting these strong boundaries, and aligning with your day-to-day living and your long-term goals. You might find that your work is possibly more meaningful, and that your energy is more focused, and your commitment to your own personal growth is going to be stronger than ever. It's showing up and saying, I need to make myself a priority first. The first date that I want to bring your attention to is June 24th. On this date, we are looking at the Sun conjunct Jupiter. I love this because the sun represents you and your energy, your vitality. Conjunct with Jupiter, Jupiter's saying, let's expand our mind, our thoughts, our ideas, our connection with everything that is out there in the world. Jupiter in Cancer is you shining your light and embracing your role as a visionary leader. Your influence is growing. It's you saying, I'm on the right path. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, the very next day, not the next day, on June 27th, we're going to have Mercury now moving into your career sector. So here it is sitting up at the top. It is going to be in a harmonious aspect with first Saturn on June 27th and then on June 28th with Neptune. So the first thing that's going to happen is Mercury, the way that you share your thoughts and your ideas with career, job, reputation, legacy, authority figures. It's you speaking your truth, you standing confidently within your beliefs because your words are going to carry power. Then the very next day, Mercury is going to be in a harmonious aspect with Neptune. I love this because Neptune is you trusting your intuition, your psychic ability, your dreams. It's trusting the energy, letting your own inner vision guide you. This is a powerful time for creative self-expression, but it's also a time to tap in and follow the vibrations of where is your body saying that this is good and this is where I should be following and this is who I should trust and this is who I should connect with. It's tuning in to your mind, your body, your spirit. So Scorpio, a mantra for you can be, I am transforming, I am evolving, and I am empowered because of it. I honor my journey, I trust my instincts, and I'm going to shine my light. So Scorpio, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Sagittarius friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, June of 2025 is going to be a month of significant and expansion and profound growth for you that has to do with shifting partnerships, collaborations, relationships, all of your one-on-one relationships. You have the Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter, your chart ruler, hanging out in the area of the other. Now, you've also recently finished the eclipse of Aries and Libra, which had to do with what you wanted to do and your connections with hopes, wishes, dreams, and goals. And now it's finishing that chapter, and it's a renewed sense of clarity around these relationships, around your personal goals, around your long-term aspirations. This is going to be a time of building these meaningful connections, embracing your role as a partner, and aligning your actions with your deeper values and focusing on my home and my career, and what do I want those two areas of my life to look like. I broke this June into three parts of early, mid, and late. So the first is early June. The themes are about a deepening of connections and your own personal influence, beginning with Sun, Mercury, and Venus hanging out here. It's a powerful time for how do I connect up with, or what is my partner, who is my partner connecting up with, deepening these emotional bonds, creating these lasting partnerships. The seventh house is the house of not just love and contractual relationships. It's how do I handle conflict and how do I handle legal matters. It is contracts, negotiations. And so it's going to be a powerful time for you to build these lasting partnerships, these lasting relationships. You can feel this strong desire towards connecting with other people, or for sharing your ideas and building networks or supportive ideals and allies of these would be great people for you to work with, like understanding it, feeling it, knowing it, like finding your tribe. And so there's a beautiful time period for marriage and business collaborations and these meaningful conversations that deepen your understanding of not just yourself, but with others. The first date that I want to bring your attention to is June 4th. And so we're going to have Venus, and Venus is here in your 5th house of fun and joy and pleasure and children and childlike activities in a harmonious aspect with Jupiter, your chart ruler. I love this because your charisma is very magnetic. Your connections are very powerful. And so it's you saying yes to partnership, and it's saying yes to meaningful conversations and something that brings joy to either childlike activities, healing your own inner child, taking that risk. It's saying yes to it. It's literally Jupiter bringing it to you. The next date is June 8th. Now on this date, we're going to have Mercury conjunct with you, your chart ruler, Jupiter. And so I love this because your words have influence. What you say, how you say it, your body language, everything. This is about you using this time to share your ideas with others, to connect with others, to expand your influence. It's the 7th house, remember, is the other, and you sharing your word with everyone else. As we move towards mid-June, the Sun and Mercury and Jupiter are going to then move into the sign of Cancer. So the themes become personal transformation and your own emotional growth. The focus is going to be on intimacy, shared resources, personal transformation of healing after loss, having those deep taboo topics or those conversations that might make some people feel uncomfortable. You might feel yourself drawn to these intense conversations or financial investments or personal transformation that truly challenges your sense of security, and it's pushing you to grow from the inside out. Use this time for you to confront your fears and to embrace your power, to transform your life from the inside out. So on June 9th, we're going to have Jupiter now move into the sign of Cancer. I absolutely love this because for you, this is a year-long journey of emotional growth, financial expansion, deep personal transformation. This is when you will begin to start the year-long journey of expanding this area of your life. It'll revolve around home and security and your emotional needs. Now, as we move towards the 15th, so on June 15th, you're going to have your first square with it. Remember, squares are tense. They're tense aspects. They're 90-degree angles. And so it will be with Saturn. Saturn is the planet with the rings around it that limits and constricts. Jupiter wants to expand. So these two at odds with, I want to do this, and Saturn says there needs to be limitations. There needs to be some kind of restrictions. And so this will be a day of, or a time period of, I need to balance my desires for growth with the need for stability and security and staying focused with long-term goals. 5th house themes are children, childlike activities, healing our own inner child, love, beauty, music, art, creativity, and self-worth of creation of, giving birth to something. And so Jupiter wanting to expand our connection with others, and Saturn saying, let's stay focused. What are the goals here? Now, as we move towards late June, the themes move to topics of expanding our horizons, of seeking out new adventures, things that we want to do. As the month draws into a close, we're still focused on Saturn and Neptune, saying let's have some form to our dreams that has to do with creativity and romance and self-expression. And it's going to be a powerful time that you're going to want to pursue these passions and take these risks and embrace the joy of self-expression and creativity, art, music, beauty, love, poetry, anything where you're willing to take a risk, sports. And so you might feel this renewed sense of self-confidence, and there can be this desire to share your unique gifts with the world, other people, and the willingness for you to be stepping into the spotlight. Use this time to pursue your passions and to share your creative talents, and look to embrace the adventures of self-discovery. A few dates that I want to bring up are, the first is June 24th. So on this date, we're now going to have the Sun conjunct Jupiter in the sign of Cancer. I love this. Remember, the Sun is you, it's your vitality, and Jupiter wants to expand in the 8th house of connecting to other people's resources, where you are invested in people, places, and things. And so having the Sun conjunct Jupiter here, this is shining your light and embracing your role as a visionary leader of who do I invest in? What do I invest in? It's your influence is growing. The 8th house revolves around power and control and yielding it in a healthy way. It's about healing and transformation and uncovering of those things. Now, as we look to June 27th and June 28th, we're going to have Mercury moving into Leo. And the first thing it's going to do is be in a harmonious aspect with Saturn. So on the 27th, Mercury, thoughts, ideas, communication, travel, technology, in your 9th house of cross-cultural experiences, in a harmonious aspect with Saturn, wanting to build something over a longer period of time. It's you speaking with confidence, sharing your unique perspectives. Your words will have power about teaching, publishing, learning, studying, legal matters, anything that has to do with these visas, passports, and cross-cultural experiences. The very next day, on June 28th, Mercury in Leo is then going to trine with Neptune in Aries. Now, this brings the thoughts to your own intuition and embracing your creative vision, something that has to do with creative projects or launching them. This will be a powerful time for artistic expression. Remember that the themes are Mercury, thoughts, ideas, travel, communication, cross-cultural experiences. In Leo, things that I want to do. With Neptune, belief and spirituality and religion and art and creativity, healing of the inner child, connecting to your own inner child. So I love that we're going to be ending the month on those two dates. So a mantra, Sagittarius, can be, I am expansive, I am connected, and I am courageous. I honor my truth, I trust my heart, and I'm going to shine my light. So Sagittarius, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for a deeper understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Risings, June of 2025 is going to be a month of career expansion for you, of who do I invest in, how does, like, classes and workshops. For you, the focus is going to shift from your day-to-day routines and the shift of focusing on career and home and having to balance those things. There could have been a move, a retirement, the loss of a job, the new job, a new home, the expansion of home. Those topics, we are done with that cycle, and we're now moving into a new cycle of our health and travel and cross-cultural experiences and the way that we communicate and who do we communicate with. With the recent close of one cycle and the introduction of another, it's your own personal ambitions and your long-term aspirations. This is going to be a time for you to be building these strong foundations around home and family and foundations, and embracing new responsibilities, aligning your daily actions of nurturing and caring for yourself before we are of service to others, with the larger vision of what you want, need, and desire. I broke the month up into early June, mid-June, and late June. So I want to start off with the beginning part of June. The focus being on your career growth, your professional influence with Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter in your 6th house of your daily health. The 6th house is, how do I find a balance between my home and my career, and organizing and structuring my day-to-day life, and setting of goals and building of healthy habits, and focusing on the details that can help your life run smoothly. You might find yourself busier than usual, juggling multiple projects or activities more at one time, taking on more responsibilities at work. Your ability to stay organized, communicate clearly, and manage your time effectively can lead to significant professional growth at this time. Key dates that I want to bring to your attention, the first of which is going to be June 4th. So on June 4th, we're going to have Venus making a harmonious aspect with Jupiter. And so Venus in your home sector, remember, she wants to bring people, places, and things together. Harmony, love, beauty. She likes fine things. And so there can be professional connections. There can be supportive collaborations. There can be things that are connected to your home and your family and traditions and your roots and your foundation that can lead to career growth. So an opportunity to say yes to these opportunities. Jupiter wants to expand them. And how do you go about doing that? By making these connections. The next date that I want to bring your attention to is on June 8th. So June 8th, we're going to have Mercury conjunct with Jupiter. Mercury is the traveling. It's the anything that goes on within our mind and how we share information and take information in. And so it's the way we speak, and it's a nonverbal communication. Jupiter is the gaseous planet. She wants to expand people, places, and things, everything that it touches. And so in your house of day-to-day health and well-being, how do I care for myself? How can I support other people? It's self-care, alternative health care. It's ending of old habits. It's the caretaking of others. So if there's a bad habit that you're willing to get rid of, now is going to be the time. If there's something that you've been wanting to do, like an alternative healthcare or healing opportunity, like if you are looking towards your health journey, this is the aha moment of, I get it. This is what I should be doing, or this is what I need, or connecting you with the right practitioner in order to support you on this. Having Mercury conjunct Jupiter here is your words carrying weight within the people that you are connecting with, and you sharing your vision and the influence of it's drawing attention to this area of your life. Now, as we move towards the middle of the month, mid-June, it's deepening your connections and personal transformation for yourself. You're going to have the Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter move into your partnership sector. If the first house is about you, the seventh house is you with everybody else. It's relationships, one-on-one connections, personal and professional, best friends, significant others, clients, open enemies, exes. This is going to be a powerful time to build these meaningful relationships, these deepening these emotional bonds that you have with others, you sharing your ideas, building a network that supports yourself with friends or allies that you can collaborate with later. This is a beautiful time for marriage, business collaborations, meaningful conversations, anything that can deepen your understanding of others, of yourself through working with others. Now, key dates that I want to start off with is June 9th. Absolutely my most favorite date of the year, of this month, is because Jupiter is going to move into your partnership sector, where it's going to spend one long year on personal growth and relationship expansion and the emotional connections that you have with other people, making them safe and secure and a connection, like a family connection. The next date that I want to bring your attention to is June 15th. So on this date, Jupiter in Cancer is now going to square with Saturn. Now, Jupiter wants to expand. Saturn likes to constrict or restrict. It has boundaries. It has the rings around it. And so knowing that these two are at odds with each other, it's how do I balance my home life, my goals, my personal goals, my relationships, my responsibilities with family, by being grounded and staying focused on communication and my connection with other people. A square brings a tense point in order to draw attention to an area that you need to focus on. Now, as we move towards late June, The themes are going to move towards financial growth, personal power. I want to bring up that we still have Saturn and Neptune hanging out at the bottom of your chart, focusing on home and family and emotional security. And this is a powerful time that you're going to be wanting to create stability, a solid foundation, nourishing your emotional well-being. This could be with family or grandparents. It's DNA, ancestry. You might feel this deep desire to connect or to like reconnect with family and create this sense of belonging or investing within your own living space. Use this time to strengthen your roots and embrace your own personal power. Build a home that truly reflects yourself. As we move towards June 24th, we're going to have the Sun conjunct Jupiter. I absolutely love this. So we have the Sun. The Sun represents your energy, your identity, connecting with Jupiter, saying, let's expand this area of our life. The Sun is you shining your light and embracing your role as a leader in your personal and your professional life, in how you connect, share, explore, travel, wisdom, knowledge with other people. Then I want to bring up two more dates. And so on the 27th and on the 28th, you're now going to have Mercury. Mercury is thoughts and ideas and communication and travel, and it's moving into a part of your life that revolves around trust and intimacy and where we are invested with people, places, and things, either financially or emotionally, psychologically. This Mercury on June 27th is going to be in a harmonious aspect first with Saturn. Saturn, remember, wants to constrict, wants to give you a foundation. And so Mercury is, I can now speak with confidence and share my unique perspective. Your words will have power at this time, and it's use them wisely. The very next day, Mercury, again, your words, are going to be in a harmonious aspect with Neptune. This is trusting your intuition, trusting your gut instinct. It's your creative vision. This is a powerful time for artistic expression, something that you want to do for your home, or a person, place, or thing that you would like to be invested into, or a conversation that you would like to have. Neptune is, it blurs the lines and makes things a little bit easier to navigate. So Capricorn, a mantra for the month of June can be, I am grounded, I am focused, and I am strong. I honor my path, I trust my power, and I'm going to shine my light. So Capricorn, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of a deeper understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for Aquarius, June of 2025 is going to be a month of creativity, self-expression, love, pleasure, joy, tapping into your own inner child. It's personal growth for you. The focus is shifting on passion, romance, art, music, beauty, love. With the recent eclipses going through Aries and Libra, ending a cycle of the way that you communicate, identifying who you are and who you are in connection with other people. In an area that said, I want to expand my mind, now the dust is settling with that. Now the focus is going to come into the Virgo Pisces. I want to connect with other people spiritually, emotionally, physically. The second house is about your resources. It's about cash, property, and skill set and talents, but it's also about your emotional, your physical, your spiritual resources. And having the North Node in this direction is, I want to expand this about myself. This is a sense of clarity around your personal goals and around your creative pursuits and your own long-term aspirations. This will be a time of you embracing your unique gifts and talents, sharing your voice, and stepping into the spotlight. So I broke down the month of June into early, mid, and late June. The beginning part of June with the Sun the Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter all in your personal expression area of life, your fifth house. It's lighting up romance. It's lighting up your inner child. A powerful time for you to say, I'm willing to take these creative risks. I want to embrace joy, or I want to be able to express myself authentically without criticism. I want to feel this renewed sense of confidence. There's this desire to share your unique talents with the world, and a willingness for you to step into the spotlight. Use this time to pursue your passions, to share your talents, and to embrace the adventure that of self-discovery and making of mistakes, laughing about it, learning from it, and then moving forward from it. The first date that I want to bring your attention to is June 4th. Now, on June 4th, you're going to have Venus in a harmonious aspect with Jupiter. So Venus, she's in the last degrees in your third house of communication, neighbors, siblings, cousins, talking, sharing. Remember that Venus wants to bring people, places, and things together in a harmonious aspect with Jupiter, wanting to expand this. So think of it as creative connection and bold self-expression, that these two together can lead to exciting new opportunities. Taking a risk, taking a leap of faith. Say yes to romance, to play, to artistic pursuits. It's about saying yes. Then as we move forward to June 8th, on June 8th, we're going to have Mercury conjunct with Jupiter. Now, I absolutely love this because it's about the way that you say things. It's writing, it's poetry, it is journaling, it's art, drawing, painting, singing, playing music. Your words, your creative talents, they're going to carry weight. They can expand with Jupiter. Use this time to share your creative ideas, your creative talents, connect with other people, expand your influence, share. This is you being seen. I absolutely love this. Now, as we move to mid-June, the themes are going to move towards health, wellness, and your daily routines, because we're going to have Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter now shift into your sixth house. So the focus is on how do I nurture and care for myself? How can I be of service to others? I need to be focused on my mind, my body, my spirit. This is a powerful time for you to be building healthy habits, focusing on self-care, aligning your day-to-day actions with your long-term goals. You might feel this renewed sense of purpose within your work, or a desire to improve your physical well-being, like getting rid of bad habits, and committing to more of a building a balanced, fulfilled life for yourself. This is going to be a fantastic period for you to set goals and create new routines that support your mind, body, and spirit, that can build healthy, supportive lifestyle for yourself. The first date that I want to draw your attention to is June 9th. So on June 9th, we're going to look at Jupiter now entering into this area. This is a 1-year-long journey of personal growth, of healthy mind, body, spirit, of improvement of your day-to-day alignment will begin. I'm excited about this. This is putting yourself to the front burner. Now, the next date that I want to draw your attention to is June 15th. Now, this is when you're going to meet your first square. Now, know that Jupiter expands everything that it touches. And Saturn wants to restrict or constrict. It wants to have healthy boundaries. So Saturn in Aries is I have to state, I have to work towards this, neighbors, siblings, cousins, things that you're doing close to home. And so I'm going to have to balance my desire for growth with the need for discipline and structure and staying focused on my long-term goals. Jupiter wants you to do these things. When Saturn comes into play and it squares off, it says, we just can't do this on a whim. We have to have a plan, and we have to have goals, a short, middle, and long-term goals. And these can be small, minor things, but we have to be working towards that goal nonetheless. As we look towards the end of the month, towards late June, The energy goes to deep personal connections and our own emotional growth. We are still focused on having Saturn and Neptune hanging out in our third house of the way that we connect and share our thoughts and our ideas with people, places, and things. People that we connect with on a day-to-day basis. It's the house of neighbors and siblings and cousins and short distance travel. And we also have the Sun and Saturn and Mercury all going to be moving into your sixth house. So it's a powerful period of, I need to be able to share my voice. I need to be able to build these meaningful relationships, these collaborations, the deepening of your understanding of the world that is around you. You might feel a strong desire to connect with others, to share your thoughts or ideas, like just catching up with a friend or meeting with someone at a dog park or going to have coffee with them. It's building of a network of supportive friends or allies. Use this time to pursue your passions, to share your creative talents, to embrace the adventure of self-discovery. The first date that I want to bring your attention to is going to be June 24th. So on this date, we are looking at the Sun conjunct Jupiter. I love this. This is an aha moment. This is what's been holding me back, or this is the answer to a question that I've had about my mental health, my physical health, my emotional health, or this is how I can balance out my work and where I want to volunteer or support other people. This is you shining your light and embracing your role also as a visionary leader. Your influence is growing. It's expanding. The next two dates that I want to talk about are the 27th and the 28th. Now on these two dates, Mercury now has shifted into your partnership sector. Mercury is thoughts, ideas, communication, travel. It is first going to be in a harmonious aspect with Saturn. Remember, Saturn is one of your chart rulers. And so this is a trine of, I need to speak with confidence. I need to be able to share my own unique perspective. Your words are going to have power with the people that you share them with on a day-to-day basis. This could be with business partners, significant others, best friends, clients. I'm even going to say open enemies and exes because it's communicating clearly what needs to be said. Now, the very next day on June 28th, Mercury is going to be in Leo, still in your partnership sector, like the other, and then it's going to be in a harmonious aspect with Neptune in Aries. This is dreamy, intuitive. It is trusting your intuition to understand people's body language or the vibes that people are giving off with you. Embracing your own creative vision. This can be a really powerful time for artistic expression or connecting with other people on a soul level. So Aquarius, a mantra for you can be for June, I am inspired, I'm expressive, and I'm limitless. I honor my truth, I trust my voice, and I am going to shine my light. So Aquarius, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for a deeper understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com. So for my Pisces Sun, Moon, and Rising, the month of June 2025 is going to be this month of huge focus and shifts for your home, your family, your living situation, your personal life. It can connect you with ancestors. It's about your emotional foundations. With the recent close of the Aries Libra axis of what is yours, what do you need for security, now moving into the Pisces Virgo axis of who are you and who are you in connection with other people, blurring the boundaries of wanting to be at peace with yourself, mind, body, spirit, connection. There's this renewed sense of clarity around who you are, your roots, your foundation, a sense of belonging, a sense of understanding. This can be a deep emotional healing opportunity of reconnecting with your own inner world and building a solid foundation for your future. For June, I broke this down into early June, mid-June, and late June for the forecast. And so giving a focus for each. And so the first for the beginning part is having Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter at the bottom of your chart. This brings the energy to inner growth and emotional healing. This month is about a connection of sorts with your healing of old wounds or healing of your ancestry, of family connections, of creating a sense of emotional stability, literally going back and saying, I have this strong desire to reconnect with family, and what does that look like? Is it chosen family? Is it a sense of belonging? Is it me wanting to invest in a living space and needing of those healthy boundaries and letting go of everything else? This is going to be a perfect time for home renovations or family gatherings or deep emotional healing, expansion of your home, of buying a new home, selling your home. It's going to be all about those topics. Now, the first date that I want to draw your attention to is the 4th. So on June 4th, you're going to have Venus in Aries. So I love this because Venus, she wants to bring people, places, and things together. In the sign of Aries, your self-worth, your security, what you need, in a harmonious aspect with Jupiter. How can I expand this area of my life? This is about powerful connections to people that create these emotional bonds that you can now form. It could be discovering of family members, or it could be a connection, a goal to create family bonds with people. I am encouraging you to say yes to creating nurturing, supporting home environment for yourself. This could be somebody moving in with you. This could be what you are doing to your home, like literally creating a sanctuary for yourself. The next date that I want to bring your attention to is June 8th. On this day, we're now going to have Mercury conjunct Jupiter. Mercury is very at home in the sign of Gemini. Jupiter is one of your chart rulers. And so how do I want to expand? What does this look like? Extending an olive branch or a connection or studying, like going into ancestry DNA. Your words, they also have the power to heal. You can use this time to share your feelings, your thoughts, your ideas. You can reconnect with loved ones. You can literally search for and find loved ones, or to understand the past, to build this emotional security with this transit. Then I want to talk about mid-June. Mid-June, the theme moves to creative self-expression and more personal growth, because you're going to have the Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter now shift into your 5th house with the focus of creativity, art, music, beauty, love, romance, taking of a risk. The 5th house revolves around topics that have to do with how do you express yourself, artistic pursuits. It's our own inner child, and how do we work with it and how do we heal with it, and embracing joy. So you might feel a renewed sense of confidence and a desire to share your unique talents to the world, a willingness to step up and step into the spotlight. Use this time to pursue your passions, desires. This is the house of either children, your inner child, or it's the house of lovers. It's art and poetry and music and love. You sharing your creative talents and embracing the adventure of self-discovery. Some key dates that I want to talk about first is June 9th. So this is when Jupiter, one of your chart rulers, is going to be moving into a harmonious aspect into your 5th house for a year-long journey of personal growth, emotional fulfillment. This is going to be the time when you're going to be able to say, this is what I need. This is what my heart, my soul, my mind, my body needs. I need this, and I need to get this. And what does that look like? Now on June 15th, you're going to have the first square, the first tense point. Now, Saturn is the planet of limitations, and Saturn wants to constrict or restrict. This is in your house of self-worth, cash, property, talent, skill set, what you need in order to feel secure. And Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So we have two planets wanting to do opposite things. And so a square pushes us into a change. That we have to pivot or integrate the energy. And so this is, how do I balance my desire for freedom, for creative freedom, with the need for stability and security? I need to stay focused on my long-term goals, because that's what Saturn's about. Short, middle, and long-term goals. And how do I accomplish those things? As we move towards late June, the month begins to wind down, and we still are focused on Saturn and Neptune in your second house. It's energizing income, self-worth, personal values, talents, skill sets. Know your value, know your worth. It's going to be a powerful time for you to build financial stability, for you to align your work with your values, embrace your own true worth. You might find that your relationships with money, that it evolves, and that your sense of self-worth, it deepens, and your commitment to your personal goals, it becomes stronger than ever. The first date that I want to bring your attention to is June 24th. So on June 24th, we're going to have Sun conjunct Jupiter. I absolutely love this. The sun is your vitality, your self-worth. It is you, mind, body, spirit. Jupiter saying, let's share. This is like good news. And so the Sun conjunct Jupiter is letting your light shine. This is, I want to create something. I want to give birth to something. It doesn't have to be a child. It can be birth to a project or something that you are willing to risk, something that you want to shine about, embracing your role as the visionary. Your influence is expansive. Then as we move towards the 27th and the 28th, we have two things that are going to happen almost simultaneously. We have Mercury, thoughts, ideas, communication, travel, technology, is going to be in a harmonious aspect first with Saturn on June 27th in your second house of money, cash, property, skill set, talents, resources. And so this is you speaking with confidence, sharing your unique perspective about what do I want to do, what do I need to create on a day-to-day basis. The sixth house revolves around topics or themes that have to do, what do you do to nurture yourself? The sixth house is your day-to-day living. You're taking care of your mind, your body, your spirit. And so knowing that your words have power and setting a goal and saying, I got this, I can do this. The very next day, on June 28th, we're going to have Mercury in Leo trining with Neptune now. Now, Neptune is blurry, foggy, and it can dissolve. And so it's you tuning in and trusting your own intuition, following that and saying, I need to embrace where I'm being pulled, where I'm being drawn, embracing your own creative vision. This is a powerful time for artistic expression. This is a powerful time if you're willing to give up a habit, or if you want to be moving towards nurturing your mind, your body, your spirit. And then also, how can I support others? How can I be of service to other people? A mantra for you for June can be, I am intuitive, I am creative, and I am resilient. I honor my heart, I trust my path, and I am going to shine my light. So Pisces, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much, because it is your energy that fuels my journey. If you're looking for more of an in-depth understanding of the transits, visit willowgracemystic.com.